Quasartico Inc. is creating new artificial megastones in Pokemon Legends EA, and I can prove it. Pokemon X and Y gave us Mega Evolution, a new phenomenon, evolution beyond evolution, created as a result of the ultimate weapon fired 3,000 years ago by AZ to end a devastating war. According to Professor Sycamore's research, energy from the ultimate weapon irradiated standard evolutionary stones with the light of Xerneas and Yveltal, filling them with the very life force of Pokemon itself. Some even speculate that the same burst of light irradiated a Carbink, creating the mythical Pokemon Diancie. More on that later. This energy would later be harnessed and named Infinity Energy by the Devon Corporation. Mega Evolution also appears in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but in this version of Hoenn, there's a different, more ancient origin. In the Delta episode, the young Draconid Zinnia recounts the recorded history of her people, suggesting that meteoroids brought Mega Evolution to Hoenn thousands of years prior to the events of Oras. At the heart of their story is Rayquaza, who descended to quell the chaos of Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre using newfound power from a colossal meteorite said to resemble a vast and powerful keystone. Intriguingly, Zinnia also describes a tall visitor from a distant land who witnessed these events firsthand. Judging by the description and the eternal flower at the entrance to the Cave of Origin in Pseudopolis, we can surmise this figure was none other than AZ himself. But if Megastones were created 3,000 years ago, how do we explain the appearance of new Megastones for Pokemon like Dragonite, Hawlucha, or the Kalos starters? Hang on. How do we explain Megastones for Mewtwo? According to the journals found in the Pokemon Mansion, Mewtwo was created by Mr. Fuji using the DNA of Mew, sometime before the events of the Kanto games. In other words, Mewtwo came into existence practically yesterday compared to the creation of Megastones 3,000 years ago. This implies that Mutanite X and Mutanite Y must have been artificially created. So how are they made? My theory points towards Mega Crystals, those rose-pink crystalline formations appearing throughout Lumiose City in Legends EA, that seem to irradiate so much infinity energy they drive wild Pokemon to go rogue and Mega Evolve. If those crystals truly contain the same life force energy released by the ultimate weapon, the shards harvested from them would serve as the ideal raw material. And we've seen other rose-pink crystal structures in Kalos before. The Anastar Sundial. In X and Y, it upgrades the player's Mega Ring, granting the ability to sense hidden Megastones across Kalos. That can't be a coincidence. I believe the Anastar Sundial could very well be the radiant crystallized remains of the ultimate weapon's energy blast, still saturated with and discharging that very special, unique energy from long ago. Notice too how it resembles the body of Diancie, a mythical Pokemon said to be Carbink mutated by that very same energy which gave birth to Megastones, a mutation that also grants Diancie the power to Mega Evolve. The parallels are striking. Pink crystals, infinity energy, and the ability to awaken dormant genetic powers. This lines up with ideas shared by Lorekeeper Toby, who suggests that Mega Evolution itself may hinge on a Pokemon's DNA. So combine a supply of these infinity energy rich Mega Shards with the altered DNA of Mewtwo, and it's not hard to imagine modern scientists producing two distinct stones uniquely tailored to Mewtwo's genetics. That would certainly explain how a Pokemon created only decades ago could possess the ability to Mega Evolve. As to who created these stones, I have no idea. It could have been Yanan, bored on a Wednesday night in front of the telly with a milky cup of tea and a custard cream. Or it could be Mr. Fuji, trying to rekindle the flame of creating the world's strongest Pokemon. But I digress. Now that we've established a highly plausible explanation for the creation of Mutanite X and Y, we come back to our original question. Where do the new Megastones in Lumiose City come from? I believe the same method used to create Mutanite X and Y is being utilized again. This time not by Onan, but by Quasartico Inc. We know they're collecting Mega Shards from trainers all over Lumiose City in exchange for Megastones. But where are those stones originating? That consistent, seemingly endless supply suggests they're not merely finding these rare stones. They're creating them. With warp panels and high-tech holograms already reshaping Lumios, it's hardly a stretch to imagine Quasartico quietly developing a way to infuse mega shards with extracted Pokemon DNA. And if Quasartico can replicate already existing megastones, then why stop there? Why not produce a new batch of megastones for popular Pokemon seen all around Lumio City? It would make perfect sense for a big corporate company to manufacture new megastones while quietly harnessing the infinity energy released every time a trainer uses their product. Every mega shard traded in, every battle fought with their artificial megastones, every rogue mega quelled, feeds Quasartico's stockpile. If Mega Evolution truly taps into infinity energy, then Quasartico aren't just selling accessories, they're siphoning life force energy itself. And in a city teeming with life, who knows what they'll do when they've gathered enough. Hi, if you've watched this far into the video, I cannot thank you enough. This theory has been my creative obsession for a few weeks now, and I'm so happy to finally share it. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the launch of Legends EA on October 16th, which is just under a month away now. So if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing. It is free. Share this with a friend, share this with family, share it with your nan who created Mewtwo X and Y. And with that being said, I'll see you when I see you. And remember, it is all C elementary, my dear friends. Peace.